what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. All right, y'all, we back in the building and let's dive right on in. I mean, it's Saturday, you know what I'm saying? And we got to get right down to the tea. Kroy and Kim are still at it, y'all. Like, I mean, I never know whether or not this divorce is going up, down, sideways, back, forth, in, out. You know, who really ever knows what's going on between these two? But now TMZ, by way of Reality Entertainment TV, is reporting that Kroy wants primary custody of the children, with Kim claiming Kim's home lacks structure and it's affecting their kids' mental health. Okay, so he's asking the court to make his home the main residence for the kids. Now, the court documents that he filed in Georgia stating that the shared custody arrangement causes the children to live separate lives and lack structure. So is it Kim's home, or is it just the shared custody arrangement? That's my question. Now, his team is arguing that the environment, so I guess it is Kim's home specifically, lacks accountability, and he alleges that she often leaves the children alone or in the care of others. He believes this neglect is affecting their school performance and claims that Kim does not understand their needs. Now, then Kim's person denies Kroy's claims, stating that they are false and harmful. Kim is described as a devoted mother who prioritizes her children's needs and provides stability. Now, the rep then accuses Kroy of filing legal documents for publicity rather than for the children's benefit, suggesting that his actions could harm the kids emotionally and socially. Kim is committed to co-parenting and working for the children's happiness and stability. This is an interesting scenario because here's the thing. Kim is in a space where her main source of income is typically reality TV gigs, I would imagine, right? So I would also imagine that means that she may not have the most regular, like she doesn't have a regular schedule, I would imagine. But, you know, the problem with Kim is that in the past, she has been shown in a light that hasn't always looked the most responsible. So I think it's probably very easy for Kroy to either imagine or witness things that don't seem to fall under the realm of a stable household. That's probably my guess as to what's happening. But who knows, right? I mean, removing the kids from one home and putting them in the primary care of the other, it's very jarring, I would imagine. And it seems as though Kim is trying to keep them on a co-parenting type situation where Kroy is like not having it at all. Based on their past sort of interesting dynamic with each other and the cops being called, you know, I would have to wonder what is best in general if either household is, I mean, because I don't know, maybe because if they're separated, I think that they'll be fine. But together, based on the past, what we've seen is these two people are trying to take each other out. Okay, that's what it seems like. Whether it is via public opinion or whether it just be via the fact that they just don't like each other. I think that there's probably some passion there, some residual energy there between the two of them, but I just kind of get the feeling that they just they need some real type of mediation, I would imagine. Real mediation. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Do you agree with Kroy, or do you feel like the kids would be better in a co-parenting situation as they had typically been? And also make sure you guys like the post, all right? If you go check it out. Okay, so I actually want to do a little something where we kind of sort of get into OC a little bit, but I don't want to dive all the way in. Okay. Just a couple of things that I do feel like we can touch on. Tamra Judge in this past week's episode of season 19, episode 6, What Voodoo You Do, of Orange County, and they're in New Orleans. And in this episode, this is what I feel about Tamra. Tamra is the type, in my opinion, that is probably feels the pressure to deliver good reality TV at all costs, even when it requires her to be a villain. Now, in my opinion, Tamra relishes that role until someone calls her out on her BS. That's my opinion. She can't really take it when someone goes in on her. And usually, what happens is it has to be the majority of the cast in order for it to really, really go down. Okay. Now, this post right here is in support of Tamra. I'm not the type of person that says, "Oh, this person needs to be fired," per se. I'm more of the mindset that let's leave this person there, okay? But what needs to happen is that the cast needs to be unafraid of her. My general sense is that Heather Dubrow, who seems very much able to challenge everyone else, is really, really just unable to ever call Tamra out on her BS unless it is in a group setting where all the rest of the girls have decided that Tamra, you are the problem. Even at that point, Heather doesn't really call her to the carpet. And I just kind of think that I don't know what it is. And I got to say this too. There's a situation right now where Katie, new cast member, at least for the second year, this is her second year. She's had a rough go of it. I'm gonna tell you like this, Katie girl. All of these girls talk to bloggers. Like, don't try to make it. Don't let them make you feel like you are the only person out there that's done this. Maybe you went a little too far in some instances, but at the end of the day, they've all done it. You're learning and you're growing. And I feel like Shannon is really she's dragging this whole thing with you recording her. Because at the end of the day, no, it should not be your first instinct to record your cast members because that's what the cameras are there for. But two, girl, I don't believe that you didn't play this for Alexis. I mean, girl, I believe you did. So just go ahead and admit it. And then other than that, though, Shannon is literally dragging this to the pits of HE double. And I just kind of think that, while last season we definitely were all team Shannon in terms of her battle with John Jansen and Alexis Bellino, which Alexis's return to me was Floppiana. But I do feel like Shannon, you are dragging this. And Katie, I feel like I need for you to start standing on 10 toes, right? Girl, yeah, you were wrong. But at the end of the day, we all know Shannon's dragging it because Shannon ain't really got much else going on. So you need to start stepping up and letting her know, girl, like, I don't care. If I'm going someplace and you don't want to be there, then you are not going because I'm still going. So you need to figure it out. Grow up. You could be around Tamra, who laid your butt flat last season, calling you all types of drunks and all types of all the other things, but you recorded her having a meltdown for which she has one every other minute, it feels like, on this show. Girl, who cares? You had a meltdown. You had a bad day. She recorded it. It wasn't like she recorded you. Listen, nobody wants anybody recording them. So, Katie, girl, stop it. But at the end of the day, Shannon, come on, let it go. Because you've recorded people on this show. So she's doing the same thing. And I'm so glad that Gretchen called you out when she said, basically, girl, you have done some, because Shannon basically tried to tell Gretchen that, oh, well, what Katie did was illegal. Did you want to be friends with somebody like that? And Gretchen's like, well, no, girl, but you too got a DUI. That is also illegal too. Okay. So there's that. And then this is what I mean by Tamra. The show would be much better if the girls actually began to call Tamra out on her BS. And again, I'm not the type of person that says Tamra needs to go because of it, but I just feel like this moment right here where Gina lit into Tamra the way I haven't really seen anybody light into her because she chastised her like a child. Tamra admittedly was in the scene on the Zanny, on the Alky, and lit, okay? Going off, trying to make Katie the villain so she can get the heat off of her, okay? And basically trying to twist things between Gretchen and Katie and trying to make it seem like Katie's the bad guy. When in fact, why would Gretchen believe anything that you got to say when y'all have been beefing for like 17 years? Make it make sense. Why would she even want to believe you? Who cares if like honestly, again, y'all be trying to make it seem like y'all the only like nobody else talks to the bloggers on that show. Y'all girl, y'all talk to the bloggers. Like let's be real. Let's call a thing a thing. And so when Gina calls out Tamra for being really on something, she basically told her she was sloshed and she told her she was being she was being mean to everybody. I was like, bravo, Gina. Now you have proven why you should be on this show. Because for the longest time, I ain't really get it. I ain't really see it for you, girl. But if you continue to show up like this is what I think viewers need to see. Somebody that can hold that girl Tamra accountable when she needs to be held accountable. Because what Tamra does to me is a little bit dangerous, in my opinion, in terms of psychologically speaking. I feel like what Shannon does, what Tamra does sometimes is I kind of feel like Tamra tries to make it so that you have to feel sorry for her. So what she will say is she will do something crazy and then she will have an excuse for why she did it. Like, oh, on the spectrum. Oh, it's Teddy. Teddy is my problem now. And it's like, no, girl, if what you're doing is you are trying to make a show and you are doing it by any means necessary, and everybody knows it, and everybody knows when you are caught in the act, then that is your go-to, is that you find something that is wrong with you and that make that the problem. Girl, if you're going to be the villain, just be the villain and relish it. I think that would be the better play for you. Just laugh at it, girl, and just say, oops, I did it again. I would respect that so much more than all of these shenanigans and you running off and crying and making it seem like everybody's against you. No, girl, everybody just figured out what you were doing. That's it. That's it. Let's call a thing a thing. And it ain't got to even be that serious. Every time she get caught up, she get to running off like it's like they did it to her. No, girl, you did it to yourself. Okay? And you would be much better off if you just simply said, embrace the villain role. If you're going to do it, do it. Be a Teresa. You won't ever see Teresa running off in tears. Like Teresa, like love her or loathe her. Teresa just going to be Teresa, and that's it. That's what you're going to get. Unapologetic. I would rather you be that type of villain than the type of villain that you are attempting to portray, which is one that we need to feel sorry for. And I don't think that you win at that. I think that you would win better if you just accepted your role that you're trying to play and played it. Period. Point blank. That's it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know. Did you guys watch OC this week? And if you did, let me know what your thoughts were, and I will catch you in the next video.